I'm gonna let it play for a second. King. If you haven't got that new single from your boy Major, it is on all digital platforms. Doves Cry. The cover art is amazing. The song is even better. There we go. Princess Latino on the check-in.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. I hope you don't mind if I wear the shades for a few. My eyes.
Bro, it's totally fine.
Very sensitive with the light sometimes.
I got some new spectacles myself, and I was like, should I do these? Or is it too artistic?
Be you, my brother. Be you, man. Everything is major out here, man, for you.
Yes, sir.
You know, before we get into anything, I just want to thank you for taking your time out and joining us tonight on the FloWay Show, man. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. I see everything you've been doing, and it's amazing to see your journey and your growth and the way you spread love and hope to the people. You know, so definitely I commend you on everything you're doing. I just want to put that out there before we even move forward, King. Definitely.
Much respect to you, man. I appreciate that. This is my commitment to life, is to deal hope. You know, I'm here for the people. I'm here to honor, you know, as many people as I can and get them to understand it, that the treasure is within. Stop seeking for it everywhere else. It's inside. If you look within first, you'll then be awakened to everything else that agrees with what's already there. Yeah.
Right. You know, you know, this pandemic has been a lot. You know, on us all. But there's been a few positive things this year.
Yeah.
You know, going down my feed, well, my fiance she delivered my son this year. So
yeah,
that was a positive thing. And you know, just being on Instagram, social media, just going on my feed, you see a whole bunch of negative things going on. But sometime in August, you know, it was like a sunny day. You got married.
I did.
You know,
I did.
Congratulations, man, on that. I continue to see pictures when you post them. It's beautiful to see them strolling, and you got to just stroll back up. Like, oh, that's a beautiful picture to see. You know, you just see so much negativity out there. It's just good to see love is still in the air. And
yeah.
Black
True love can't be stopped by a pandemic, by civil unrest, by nothing. True love can withstand it all, and that's when you know you got something real. It can last through the heaviest of times. So yeah, I'm honored. Thank you for that.
Definitely, King.
It's a lot of hard work.
A lot of
hard work. You know, being engaged, and you need to hurry up and make it official.
That's a fact. Hello.
Okay. Congrats on the baby on the way and everything.
Thank
yeah,
you.
It's a lot of hard work, but it's good work because it just makes you better. It makes you so much better. It stretches you in a way to prepare you more for life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna jump right into it.
Let's go.
I saw somewhere, right, that you told your mom that you wanted to be a singer at 3 years old.
3.
Wow.
I did. An international superstar and a pastor. That's what I said.
What was some of the music that you grew up listening to? What was mom's playing in the household at that time?
We were actually mad sheltered. So the most mainstream music that I heard was Kirk Franklin. that was Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin is my number one artist that I was able to hear outside of Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. But that Kirk Franklin, yeah, we were mad. We were mad sheltered with that. It was definitely gospel for the most part.
Wow. Well, I mean, Kirk was the man too, and Kirk And Kirk had some hip hop too, so he was able.
Oh
to
yeah.
He was. You was able to get your hip hop.
Yeah, my slight hip hop fix off of his samples. But now people are sampling him.
That all day.
And what DJ just did that, and it went controversial. They used Melodies from Heaven. Disrespectful. It was a different type of rain.
I heard it. Oh my God. I heard a snippet of it. I can't pinpoint it.
I forget his name. I know who he is. DJ Luke Nasty.
Luke Nasty. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. From Charlotte.
I told him, you got to fix that. You got to fix that, brother.
You grew up in Texas, right? In a small. It was a small town.
Nah.
City.
Houston.
Denton, Texas.
I was born in Denton, but I grew up in Houston.
Okay,
yeah.
you grew up in Houston.
Yeah.
H-Town. I just had H-Town on the show last week, so it's a shout out to Houston back to back. You know, and before your break, were you performing locally? Were you doing your thing locally? Did people know you locally, or did it take for you to be the man that we know today as Major, all caps, period, for your city to support you, or were you already kind of moving?
Houston showed me a lot of love. I was a part of a singing group, called Sounds of Creation, in Houston, and they showed me a lot of love as a child, performer or whatever. But I left. I went to Berklee College of Music when I graduated. But I was pretty active as a kid in Houston, so I did get a lot of love in Houston. People kind of expected this to be my career. It wasn't easy though. After going to Berklee and doing all of that stuff. I see you on the cross flex. We got them diamonds on the cross flex. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest, but it definitely made all the sense in the world to a lot of people that have known me for a minute. I know what rejection feels like. I've kind of gotten accustomed to hearing no, but I've not gotten accustomed to letting no be the deciding factor for me. It's either not them or on to the next one. The no is the acronym next one for me. Next one. Delay is not denial. Don't consider every single no as something, that means you're not qualified. Oftentimes it's just a statement of this isn't for you.
It just isn't for you.
Yeah. Hey, Angie began safe.
On the second.
Yeah.
It's just that's not for you. And sometimes, timing is everything. Sometimes we want to walk in a certain path and we try to lead to our understanding, but, there's a higher power. And
absolutely.
You got to sit in the passenger seat, rather than be in the driver's seat sometimes.
Bro, and I take every single experience as an experience to learn. Like before it hit for me, I vocal produced, wrote songs for Nathan Sykes of The Wanted, Ariana Grande, LaPortia Renee. And I learned that you serve in the capacity you ultimately want to conquer. I watched people win in the spaces that I am now experiencing some success in, but I took notes. I didn't take it as I'm not qualified to be there. I'm just like, I'm gonna do the due diligence in learning as much as I can so that when my name gets called, I'm ready to deliver and deliver well.
I'm in position.
Yeah.
You're aligning yourself in position. I know that you audition, for shows like American Idol, The Voice. What was the process with these shows? And do you have any idea why they passed on you?
Listen, I auditioned for American Idol twice, and the judges, and there's a process that people don't know with American Idol. Like what it used to be, before what they show you on TV it's not just one day and then the next day. Like, these are like months of auditions that people have to go through to get to a certain point.
To get to even be seen on the national.
Yes. And I made it to the judges. Exactly. I made it to the judges table, and the judge, you know, Simon said I was too polished for the show. That was some weird stuff to me. But they also showed me winning. You know, they showed me winning. They had 2 cards. It was some weird stuff, but I didn't let that discourage me, because it was discouraging in the moment, because you work so hard at something. You're like, oh man, this is about to be it. And then it's not. You realize that wasn't the path. The Voice, they called me for a private audition. I didn't seek them out. Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to do talent TV shows anymore after what I experienced, you know, with American Idol. The Voice called me and rejected me twice. And what was my vindication? And it's no shade, because at the end of the day, that wasn't the stage I was supposed to be on. But my vindication was when 2 years ago, The Voice called me to get a license approval for them to use my song for their top 11 contestant. You know, so that felt pretty good. Like, whoa, the very entity that denied me and rejected me twice is now seeking my permission to use my songs for, you know, their contestant. So it's been some amazing things. I try not to be bitter, you know. Mm-hmm. I try not to be bitter on a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of people that rejected me, but there's a lot of people that have accepted me. And so I rock with that. Lean into what works.
Absolutely. But, you know, to hear, it was sticking with me right now. You said that Simon said that you were too polished.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Right?
It was confusing, because when he said it, I'm like, oh, is this a joke?
Because you know how Simon can be, right?
Right. I'm like, is he about to say, and we thought you have gone on to Welcome to Hollywood? He was like, no. And they wanted me to argue with him, but I was like, I ain't about to embarrass myself.
I'm not.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here. It ain't for me. Keep it moving.
Right.
But I thought that's what they look for on American Idol. No?
They look for
polished artists. No? Or
they look for raw talent that they can discover. And maybe because, I mean, I had just graduated from Berkeley, you know, I'm vocal producing and doing all this stuff. Maybe they were just like, it was just too, like, because you need to have more raggedy of a story for a lot of them. Not everybody.
Not everybody. They want to be able to really build you as an artist, and they want to be able to show that you've been built on American Idol.
Yeah. And I get it. I'm not mad at it. I've learned TV. You know, I know what sells and what doesn't. I get it now. So I'm not mad at it, but they didn't have much, you know, because I literally most of my life have worked so hard to live a life that doesn't embarrass my family, you know, so I don't have too many stories that are salacious enough, you know. Thankfully, at that time, all of my parents were still alive. A lot of times they like the story of a parent that, you know, is that's passed away or some dysfunction. I didn't have that story at the time, so I couldn't, like, I remember saying, sometimes I have a difficult time being patient, and they're like
this is not it.
They're like, Negro, if you don't go somewhere,
let's sit your tail down, man.
Like, if you don't go somewhere with that little weak story.
That's like for a reality show. You know, your drama got to be a little strong enough.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you don't got nothing that's strong enough, this is entertainment. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, in the industry that you're in, that's really what it is. You know, it's for entertainment, and it's to show, you know, someone getting out the mud. It's to show the struggling story. So you over here, this.
They didn't want sugar cube.
This.
Listen, I was thinking they were
came
going to
from a good family, who came from a good home.
Right. I was like, I said, well, my real dad and my mom never married, but my stepdad, he's a great guy. They were like, if you don't get out of here.
But you know, it's funny because you would think that would be somebody, like if I was looking, that would be somebody that I want. Somebody who less drama, less BS.
Drama sells.
I don't gotta.
Drama sells, bro.
I don't have to worry about certain things. You know what I mean? I know that, okay, cool. It's time for business. He's able to, he's going to show up to these shows. He's going to put his work in. He's going to be on time. He's going to be punctual. And it's like, nah, that's not good. We need the struggle. Give us the
drama sells, bro.
It does.
It sells. And I get it now. So, you know, I'm just like, listen, if I don't work, I just don't work. This ain't my door. So I have learned not to chase the embrace of the uninterested. If they tell you they are uninterested, let them be and keep it moving, because there is an audience that wants everything that you have, especially when it's done in excellence. So I just lean with it, rock with it in the direction of the folks that embrace me back. I am no longer chasing the embrace of the uninterested. Nope.
There we go. There we go. You know, you said that you never wanted to embarrass your family at all. And I'm pretty sure you're making them proud. On your journey, were you ever conflicted on whether you wanted to go more gospel or more R&B?
I mean, yeah. More of the opportunities for me, the bigger money is mainstream. Come on, man. You know it. Come on.
I know that.
And I actually thought I was going to be a gospel artist, and that was an embrace I tried to chase, but the door wasn't fully open for me. And I'm like, I can't make them want me over here. You could, but literally the door that opened for me was mainstream. And so my thing was, if I cross over, I'm taking the crossover with me. And so that's been, my commitment, in this thing, just to represent the integrity. I mean, and I can't shake the fact that my music is informed by my faith. So you're going to feel like God is all up in and through my music. It's going to feel like something that takes you, before the throne, because that's what informs me. Stevie Wonder said, he says, continue to write and sing about love, because God will be there, because God is love. And that then and there let me know that this master of love songs has given me the key to his formula. I'm writing about God love, and that's why the rest of the world connects, because the world is going to connect to the creator. Creation will always connect to the creator. So if it's about the creator, if it's informed by the creator, and truth is always going to touch the heart of the people. If you come with truth, it's going to touch some hearts. Wow. Amen?
Amen. Amen to that. Don't get it started, man. One thing I like, one thing I love, I would say about your music is that, I can still get a good word from it. You spread a lot of love, positivity, hope, and it doesn't come off as preaching.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I love gospel music, but sometimes some stuff just comes off, and there's no disrespect to anyone, but sometimes some stuff just come off too preachy sometimes.
Yeah, they talking at you, not to you. Yeah.
Exactly. And you know how that can be, especially in the church. And sometimes that's why a lot of folks stay away from it. You know what I mean? So, that's definitely one of the qualities I think that you, just being able to spread that, give off the same message, give it off in your way, and give it off to where people of all ages can understand it.
I'm very intentional with how I do what I do. Like Keep On, you were playing Keep On. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Like,
all the way.
and it's a bop. And shout out to my producer Samuels, because is that Harmony, my producer, he's that guy as well, where his mindset is all faith inspired. You know what I mean? And so, you know, he's making, you know, tracks and records for Sierra to Rotimi to Janet Jackson, and he knows what works. And so we just say, okay, we have a conversation we want to have with the people. And I don't want to ever have a conversation that's not going to leave you better than before we started the conversation. If I have a conversation with you and you don't leave from that conversation better than how we started, then I failed in being present in that conversation. I failed in being purposeful in that conversation. And so for me, we make sure that we lace it with the, you know, the splash of the bop, the 808s, wherever it needs to, or, you know, we'll add a little, and they be like, oh, tell me a little bit more. And I'm like, okay.
Say it again. Say it again.
Don't hurt him now.
That moment reminds me of Choir Boy.
Bro, they used to call me Choir Boy. That's what's so funny.
We got to charge it around. Is the laptop on there? All right, there we go. Cool. Nah, this iPad.
I'm not gonna judge you. It's a pandemic, so I'm gonna give you a pass.
Listen, this iPad.
It's a pandemic, FloWay.
And normally it's charged. I always normally have it charged. I was moving around today using. Anyways,
you know how Apple is.
Okay.
You know how Apple is, and they sensitive. You plug up to one device,
now.
They won't let you charge it. You gotta plug up to their device.
So you gonna blame the whole corporation?
I'm gonna blame the whole corporation. They owe me like $1 or two too with that payout. We here.
That's
Listen,
great.
King. You know, like when you want to come up, has anyone ever told you, man, maybe you should be more of a sex symbol? You know, have you ever gotten that? You know,
yes. Let me tell you something. You want me rocking in my truth, because I will look like a clown trying to go too far in there. I can do a few body rolls. I done learned a few things, you know, but no, I am not Tank. I don't care how small our eyes are. Me and Tank got the same, like, you know, little squint thing naturally. Listen, Tank is Tank. Major is Major. Luke James is Luke James. I am not your guy for all of that, because that ain't my swag. That ain't my swag.
Listen, speaking of Tank, right? I did a show. It was just 2018. It was in Raleigh, North Carolina, at the PNC. And with Ben Hader, I did a show with him. And you were on the show. We had Raheem Devon, Tank, and I think Silk. And I remember hearing people say, "Is that Tank?" It was a few whispers of "Is that Tank?" And I'm like hell no, that's Major. So it's funny. It's funny that you say.
I have absolutely gotten that, and I get it. I recently did a post because I've been disrespected by people. They say I look like Tanks. That's a handsome fella. That's my big brother. Good looking fella. I'm not gonna knock some of the people. I'm not gonna say the other people aren't good looking fellas, but when people the range of people that they compare me to, some people say Genuine, some people say Tank. Some people have said Amari Hardwick. Some people have said Martin Lawrence. Some people have said, a person said not recently, a couple years back, Tracy Morgan. I think Tracy Morgan is a good dude. I think, God bless him, he's mad funny. But I don't think I look like Tracy Morgan. But if I do, If I look like Tracy Morgan, y'all tell me in these comments.
Tell him in the comments that he looked like Tracy Morgan.
Look, people said Tracy Morgan.
Martin Lawrence. You know what,
So
man?
They
need to get their eyes checked. They need to get
their listen. It's a very strange world. I'm in the Faith Evans Gone Already video as a pianist. And so in it, I remember the comment said, I thought that was Tracy Morgan on the piano. And I was like, oh okay. I ain't mad. Listen, no disrespect to my brother, but I just don't think I look like him. But, to some people I do.
Listen, you want to give me a check? If it's a check, I'm Tracy Morgan.
Right. You give me a check to be looking like done.
I'm here. I'm here with the Walmart shopping bag. I'm here.
Oh man.
King, let's talk. This Is Why I Love You.
Yeah.
What was your inspiration behind this amazing record? I remember it coming at a time where we heard everything else was different that we were hearing, on the radio, and then even on, contemporary R&B stations. Everything was, it was like this kid came out of nowhere.
Crazy.
And his name is Major in all caps. And he has this powerful voice in this amazing song that the streams were out of this world. You had people who are street dudes singing this and playing this at their wedding and crying.
And crying.
It's
so funny. It's so funny when they're like, hey man, hey bro, like, nah, like, no soft stuff, man. But that song, man, that give me, man. That man, that Why I Love You, you be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I just keep a straight face and say, yeah, man, thank you so much. I'm glad it helped you. They said, nah, man, like for real. I got a song called Honest too. They like, man, like,
yes,
I be playing that song, and like when I'm going through with my girl, my old lady, I just put the song on. I'm like, listen what Major say. And she'll be like, okay, we good. And I'm like, yo, Major came through. And I'm like, when they tell me, I'm like, oh man, that's great. I mean, I'm just here to help, bro. I'm just.
Listen, I went to my boy Trey's wedding, right?
Yeah.
And he's a street dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was never, you know how you two opposite people, but you really good friends.
Yeah.
So we were two totally opposite people. But I've never seen him, he's always had this tough persona. So I've never seen him, cry. I've never seen him, and everyone's seen me cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, my fiance could tell you all the time, I will cry about something in a heartbeat. You can get me choked up. But he
still can't get him to cry for Grey's Anatomy, though.
I can't. I'm not crying over Grey's. But at his wedding, he played "This Is Why I Love You" for his wife. On his knees, boo-hoo, crying. People snapping pictures away because you're never going to see it again. So that, in that song, you I'm trying to keep it moving. In that song, you stated, "I found love in you."
Yeah.
And I learned to love me too, right?
Uh-huh.
What are some ways that you found love, within yourself on your journey?
Well, the song, let me tell you this. So the song is actually a love letter to and from God. The Bible says God is love. And so I was trying to figure out, how do I write a love song that helps people do love better? Because everybody is misdefining what love really is. They say love is pain, love is hardship, love is difficulty. No, love is not that. The mishandling of love is that. You get pain, you get frustration, you get difficulty, you get struggle when you mishandle love, because love is the answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rescue of that. Because love is patient, Love is kind. Love is long-suffering, keeps no record of wrong. Love, it does not boast. It does not, it does not antagonize. It doesn't say, yo, I'm going to do me, you do you. Love makes room. And so I said, I need to write a song that gives people the blueprint, the golden print of how to do love on earth as it is in heaven. Because love was never, in my understanding, was never meant to be a categorized thing. If you decide to move a relationship with someone, they deserve all the love that you can give, the fullness of love. When we start saying, well, you can get this much from me or this much from me, we rob the relation's opportunity, the potential of the relationships. We rob that potential's ability to be something so amazing and to deliver wins on top of wins. And so I was like, I'm going to sing a song that's not just one-sided, where it's not going to be a song that's talking about, I've been giving you all this, you ain't giving me nothing back, or I'm sorry for not giving anything back because you've been doing so much for me. I said, I'm going to sing a song about reciprocity. And reciprocity, for those that don't use that word often, it basically means when both parties, when both sides are putting in the work. When you give, I give. As you give, I give. If this is a situation that I'm giving and not receiving anything in return, that's not love. If it's a situation where I'm receiving and not giving anything in return, that's not real love. But if we're both giving, what happens? Nobody's left empty. That right there is love. And so this song just started writing itself based on what God had put in the world to show us what love is. And now people are picking up on it. And so the street dudes are able, like you say, to be like, yo, man, I didn't even realize I wasn't loving her right until like they played the song and you were like, I found I learned to love me too. I didn't even realize I was supposed to love me too. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's it. That's it. That's it. You got to learn that the love that you expect to receive, you got to know it for yourself first. Don't be jumping into relationship if you don't know the very thing that you're expecting to get out of relationship. You hear what I'm trying to say?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You got to have love within yourself first. First love, you got to have love.
Self-love.
Before you can even try to give it off to someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Or
because
expect to receive it.
A lot of times people are not loving themselves right and they can't love someone else right. And the people go into relationships 50-50. We got to do 50-50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, preach. You're talking right.
That 50-50 stuff don't make sense.
It don't make sense because I don't want nobody bringing in 50% of nothing to something that you are expecting to win. I want you to come in with the mentality that we're both shooting for 100 each so that no matter what we give, we're always over. We're always above 100% together.
Abundance.
Come on, bro.
Because when some stuff happens, when you go through some trials and tribulations and stuff hit the fan, you got enough love there to carry you through that stuff.
And I get it. I get it when people are like 50-50, that 50-50 love. And I know it's a popular little old school joint, but it sounds good and it's got a little hook to it. But I'm sorry. We need to talk. Yeah. No. 100. Let's shoot 100 so we can always score beyond the number, more than enough. Because if I'm running low on my tank, God forbid I'm running low. Let's say we only brought 50-50. We will never be able to experience that 100 if I'm running low on my 50% because I only expected you to give me 50.
But
we talking to somebody.
Listen, that's a fact.
What time's the sermon on Sunday?
But it's like people always make sure that their phones are charged at 100%. You know how you got those people that, and of course, speaking of charging, I'm going through the thing with
speaking
the iPad,
of charging,
right?
and you not having your phone charged. And what was crazy is I had my wife pass. I said, "Can you get my charger?"
People that don't charge their phone 100% is dangerous.
Oh,
Dangerous. Don't do that in relationships. Coming in with a phone at 2%. So how dare you?
Who you been talking to all day?
2%. How dare you?
But you know how you got those people that are so focused on keeping their phones, their watches, you know, everything else charged, batteries, everything, keeping everything else charged in their life, but don't want to keep their relationship charged.
That Negro preaching. You're talking right now. You're talking right.
Listen, I can't, man. Oh man, you know, that's gonna be a record. This Is Why I Love You is gonna be a record 10, 20, 30 years from now.
Brother, I'm
You know.
grateful. I am absolutely grateful. I hope to write more that hit like that, or more or better. But I am grateful that I at least have one. I am grateful. We got some really special stuff coming. Some new music that we're working on that is super special, you know. And a lot of times the difference on a lot of stuff making, because and this is just to speak to the aspiring artists that are probably on your page. Sometimes we get discouraged when great stuff that we have doesn't succeed as big as we would have imagined. It's not always your fault. Sometimes the space and the timing in which something is put out does not agree with what is needed, or does not agree with what resources it hasn't found the resources to help amplify the conversation that you're trying to have. Keep going. Keep operating in excellence, because I'm telling you, just like my uncle DL said, Uncle DL Hughley, he said, Major, I have lost way more times than I've won. But the reason people don't know me for my losses is because when I win because I go all in. And that's how we have to understand life to be. Failure only comes when you stop trying. You try, you fail. You try, you fail. That's inevitable. But you are only considered a failure when you stop trying altogether. Lock in. Disney knows this story. Oprah knows this story. Tyler Perry knows this story. FloWay show knows this story. Bruno Mars knows this story, because this is the way of the champion. Obama knows the story. Joe Biden knows the story. This was his 3rd time running for president. Failure is only when you choose to stop trying.
Can't call me a failure if I keep going.
Come on. Hello? Because this next try may be the very thing that was needed. Yeah.
Facts. Auntie Patti.
Yeah.
Uncle DL. Auntie. I didn't know we was calling DL Uncle, but I guess we can call him Uncle.
Well, I call him that because he's like an uncle to me. So. Him and his wife are like my aunt and uncle. We're very close.
Auntie Patti.
All right.
I can't. Did you know that she was gonna perform your song at her concert?
Did not.
You have any idea?
I will tell you, she did say, because when Why I Love You hit, and I let y'all get a pass by calling it This Is Why I Love You, because those are the words. It's okay. It's okay, but I want to clarify so that I can make sure I get as many new downloads. I don't want y'all looking for This Is Why I Love You, and you say it ain't on iTunes. It is. It's Why I Love You. But listen. So she calls me through my publicist. Shout out to Keita and Mo. She calls me they say, Patti Labelle wants to talk to you. I'm on the way to church with my manager. And I'm like, Patti LaBelle? And she's like, yeah, she's on her way. She's on the road and she just wants to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, cool. And Patti LaBelle says, this is why I love you. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Okay. And I say, hi, Miss LaBelle. And she said, Major, that's you? And I said, yes, it's me. And she says, I love your song. I love your song. I heard it on Heart and Soul on the radio. And I just like, who is that? And she says, and I had to find out. And my makeup artist knew your people. And we were like, we got to find him to let him know how amazing that is. And literally, she's like, I sing your song every day. She says, it helps me with my voice. I've been having some voice issues. And so it helps me work on my voice. And I'm like, wait, what? This is so weird. And so she's like, she says, I'm going to tell so many people about that song. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to be very, very successful. And sure enough, she started singing it at concerts, every concert, and literally introducing it as, do you know Major? And they would be like, yeah. She's like, you're lying because you don't know Major. What is he saying? Like, they didn't know. But she says, but you will know him because this song is one of the most beautiful songs. And they started singing along with her. And it was amazing. The same thing happened with Gladys Knight. Like, it's crazy, but I'm much closer to Mama Patti. Like, we're really close. She done cooked for me and everything. And she can really cook, bro. She can.
I'm jelly.
She can really, really cook. Like, really, really cook.
If he could buy up all them patty pies at Walmart, he would.
You know what? Be quiet.
I love those things. I love those pies. She's also got a banana pudding that Walmart sells too, and it's so good.
I gotta try it. But you know, it's certain things you don't buy in the store package, like banana pudding,
like potato salad.
Pie. But you don't buy that stuff package. The patty pies, even the small ones, the stuff in your pocket as a snack meal.
It's really good. It's really good. Her food is good. She's an incredible soul. She literally has, like, every new song that I have, I wait for her to make a comment, and her comment just really just lets me know, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Major, like your name. Major cosign for Major. Okay?
Listen. It's an honor because I'm an independent artist, and this grind is difficult, man. Being an independent artist is difficult. All these major label artists that have had all this great success talking about, just do it independent, you own it anyway. I'm like, speak for yourself. Because this is expensive and difficult. You already have your name. That major label helped you become super famous, and now you're talking about it.
And now you went independent.
But do not discourage people from pursuing major labels if they can. If you can, go for it. But this independent struggle is difficult. It's a lot of hard work. But I'm grateful that I have a team of people that believe in me. Shout out to the independent label that supported me on my first 2 projects, Empire. But I'm telling you, it's different money. It is a different grind. I salute people that are major label and independent, but I got an extra salute to the independent folks that are winning. Yeah.
Listen, I think people like Patti have contributed to your career. Stevie Wonder, like, you've had some of the biggest.
You look just like him right now with them glasses.
Please don't ask me to sing. Don't ask me to sing.
Nah, like, yeah, that Stevie love is amazing. And that's what the thing is. I really believe when you lock into purpose, resources will find you. Opportunity will find you. Opportunity is attracted to the prepared. And so when we get prepared, when we lock in on making sure we're ready, opportunity meets you. And so that's what's kind of happened, where in areas where most people will buy moments like that. They naturally happen for me. And it's like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
What's something that Stevie said to you? Not to cut you off, but what's something that Stevie has said to you or in conversation that sticks with you?
Well, I shared earlier when he said, continue to sing and write about love because God will always be there because God is love. He always tells me he just encourages me just to own my authenticity. You know, be you, do you. There's nobody like Stevie Wonder. Nobody. And no, I'm not just talking about there's nobody that's blind because, you know, but Stevie Wonder is different. He's unique. Patti LaBelle is different. She's unique. You know, you can literally put Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, and Aretha Franklin and see how different each of them are. And they're still all three legends, you know? And so that authenticity, he also is hilarious. Like, he's really funny, like hilarious funny. And I'm talking about like just silly. Like he would be on here and say, I see you. I see you. And you'll be like, Stevie, you don't see me. He said, no, I see you. He's silly. Like he will have you dying laughing. He is so freaking silly. Like something that's even funny, like he'll FaceTime me. I have FaceTime with Stevie and I'm like, and he's just like, he's hilarious. He's just funny. He's a great dude. I get why he's as successful as he is because he connects with humanity, period.
Salute to the king.
Yeah.
Where were you when you found out that you were nominated for a Grammy? It was for Honest, right?
Honest.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be for Why I Love You, which is my biggest song, but it was for Honest. But I was home, sleep, and I got a call from my big brother. He's like a big brother to me from college. And he said, I just want to say congratulations. And I said, for what? It's very early.
No games here. No games here.
For what? It's too early. What's going on? He says for your first Grammy nomination. Oh, I was like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. No. And I was like, please tell me you're not playing games with me. I don't have time. Because I was let down when Why I Love You didn't get nominated for anything. And it was one of the biggest songs in R&B that year. And I was like, this is not fair. This is not fair. Like I was crushed. And so I didn't want to experience that again. So I deliberately didn't submit anything for the next year because I was like, I'm not
doing this to myself.
Y'all ain't gonna embarrass me again. And so that following year that I submitted Honest, for that to get the love and to give me my nomination, brother, I started looking it up just to make sure my name was really in there. Because and he had official ties, you know, with the organization, so I should have believed him. But I was like, bro,
you were still like, I need to.
But I was like, I believe him, but I gotta see it. I gotta see it because this I can't go. Imagine me going on doing a live to be like Grammy nominated, and they're like, oh no, they meant right.
You know, somebody else got a song called Honest, too.
Papa, who this?
No, that was a song called Dishonest.
Look, by your boy Tank.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah.
You know, in 2017, right after the success of This Is Why I Love You, you toured with someone you mentioned earlier, no other than your boy, Kirk Franklin.
Yes.
How was this experience for you? Just coming, you have those moments, of course, in your career. But was this like the "Mama, I made it" moment for you?
I wouldn't say it's the "Mama, I made it." It was just this is full circle. Because I knew, a lot of stuff that I'm experiencing, I've dreamt it. I've literally spoke it. I've prayed for it. I have a song called "My Future." And it says, I see my future, and I don't think it's telling me wrong. You're in my future, so just you wait, because I'm coming home. And it's like I literally have seen these moments happen. I remember as a kid saying that I was going to meet the cast of Full House, as weird and random as that is. And I got called to be the entertainment for the 25th anniversary of Full House. And literally, I'm at this big dramatic estate, and Uncle Jesse, Danny Tanner, and Uncle Joey, all of them just walking up, dancing with me. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I said this. I said I would know them.
You name it.
Right. Yeah, so I've literally experienced a lot of the stuff that I've prayed for, that I've worked for. And I think the key that I would leave with people, because I know we're about to wrap it up. The key is prepare for what you pray for. Prepare for what you pray for. Most of us pray and wish and hope for so much stuff that we're not even close to being ready for it. And so we wonder why we don't have it yet, because if God is as loving and as caring as he is, loving and caring people do not hand you things that you aren't ready to take care of. And so for me, I have to realize that sometimes that delay is not necessarily denial. It is, I need you to do more work to prepare for this. Because when you have it, the things of God, they last. Only what you do for Christ will last. That's Bible for me. And so I'm committed to preparing for what I pray for. And yeah. Before
I let you go, my brother, I gotta ask you, how did you get the role of Rashad in Star?
I auditioned ultimately, but they were looking for a person to fill in that spot, and they hit me and asked me if I would be interested in auditioning for it. Shout out to Amina in the music department and my brother Luke James for, throwing in an extra major, maybe your guy, but I went in for the audition, and I got that audition the same week. I had been really stressed and discouraged. And so I went on my first ever vacation where I was able to pay for it, and it wasn't connected to a performance, and to Hawaii. And I remember being out there and just saying, God, I just give it all to you. This pressure of having to one up, to outdo the Why I Love You is a lot. This is tough. And that week that I got back, that Monday, I got back that Sunday, the Monday, the next day, I found out that Why I Love You went gold. And then 2 days later, I found out that I got the nomination for the Grammy. And then a couple days later, I get the call for Star. And I was like, oh my God, what an amazing week. Never would have made it. Well, what's happening, Anita Wilson? She's such a queen.
You turned into Marvin Sapp real quick.
Listen, never would have made it. Listen, I was like, this is crazy.
Don't start singing that song, man. I'm gonna start crying behind the shade.
It gets you.
You're just gonna see tears just coming down through there. You may just get one though.
Right. That one thug tear that just drags. Yeah. But
Marvin sing it. Listen, I've seen Marvin sing that song live many times, and each time I just.
That's one of those songs that even the street dudes are like, "Yo, man, that right there,
that joint right there, bro.
You right up my street on that one, man. You right in my cell block with that one, man. That's it, man."
Oh man, I'm turning on the radio every Sunday at noon just to hear that.
Yeah. It is a special one. It's a special one. It gets you every time. Shout out to Marvin Sapp. He's a special dude, man. He's a great guy.
Love his new album.
Yeah.
I love his
we
new
just
album.
did the Black Music Honors together. He was tributing. It was a tribute to Fred Hammond. Him and Brian Courtney Wilson honored Fred Hammond, and they just had me sing my song.
There you go. Perfect way. Let's look back to Star for 1 second, because I love this show. And it ended like after the 3rd season. How did you find out that news that Star was coming to an end? Because
that's disrespectful. That was disrespectful. That was real disrespectful, because it was surprising to a lot of us that it was coming to an end. I was actually supposed to just do 1 episode. They liked me so much and started writing me into more. So it was the last 4 episodes, and I became one of the bigger storylines. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Look at God. He'll make room for you. That gift will make room for you. That gift, just stuff right. And I was so honored. That cast was amazing. I worked on set with Patti LaBelle as my aunt, my grandmother technically, because I thought she was my auntie at first. Then I've come to find out she's my grandmother. Brandy, Queen Latifah.
Alongside with Queen, and
I literally said, I remember when Stevie Wonder invited me to sing for his House Full of Toys that he does every year. He, as a result of hearing Why I Love You and loving it, this is when he gave the first official statement that this song is going to be the wedding love song. Queen Latifah was there, and she was in concert. She was a part of the concert. And I said, hey, I remember them saying Queen Latifah's walking. I said, oh, go say hi to her, because I want to stop her so I can say hi to her. I said, I'm going to work with her one day. I said that. And so when I was on set and I shake her hand and I said, my name is Major. I said, Major? And I said, yes. And I said, I'm a fan of your work. You do. I love you. And she says, do you have a song that's like jazz and up tempo, like, dun, 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 dun. And then she said, my life is better with you winning. I said,
but you knew you had another one. You know what I mean? My cat voice.
I see what you did there. Another one.
You knew that was confirmation right there.
Yeah, but it was an incredible experience. It would be so dope if they can get Star back. If I think if the fans really petition hard enough, they can probably get that back. Yeah, because it was hitting a lot of people and addressing a lot of issues, real stuff.
It was getting real. It was getting real warmed up. It's like
they got shot up at the end. Like all these people, we want to know what happened.
That's like Patty cooking you some food and the oven breaks down.
Right. That's it.
10 minutes before it's done.
That's it. That's all the turkey with.
But I remember it was a story going around on blogs. I don't know how true it was, that it was supposed to be some type of movie. That they were going to
say they were going to. He actually was interviewed on it that they were going to do it in a finale movie, but it's yet to come about.
Call hasn't been made yet.
They ain't called me. Maybe they don't need Cousin Rashad no more.
Change.org.
I would be so offended if they out the store and be like, yeah, Rashad left. He went back home.
It got too hot here.
Oh man.
Oh man.
But that got me a nomination with Image Awards for outstanding guest actor, and I was like, oh wow, this is dope.
Blessings, King. You've had a lot of moments in your life with, you name it moments. Just do a couple for me, please. I'll send them to you. I'll send them to your message. I'll DM you those things for me, and I just want you to just claim it for me.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the piece of the pie.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of things that I speak. I'm telling you, I try to hold myself accountable. Like if I hear myself praying for something, I'll check myself and be like, what have you done to contribute to getting anywhere close to deserving this one? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Because I'll never fully deserve it, because God's just beyond good. That's why they call grace amazing, because it's beyond what we deserve, but I always am like, what am I doing in my space that is making me all the more qualified for the very thing that I'm hoping for? And if I can't call it, that's when I know that I need to, do some more work. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to the interview. So is this part 2?
My eyes was not on my side today. I was like, I don't want to be up there. I told my fiance, I was like, I don't want to be up there and just start tearing.
Is that your fiance here?
Huh?
In the background?
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
He's going to be planning the wedding very soon. So just relax. Stop getting all trippy. It's about to happen sooner than you think.
New Year's will make a year that we've been engaged. So.
Okay, stop playing around. After a year, you're foolish.
I got you.
Don't put that pressure on that baby to be the one to keep y'all together. Good stuff.
It's her. I see now. I gotta put her on blast.
Come on now.
It's her.
Why
is
the
pandemic? Because she don't want to. She's like, the pandemic. Let's Because I'm like, we talking about this year, and she's over here like.
No, it depends on what she said. Because I don't believe she's just saying it's just the pandemic. Are you like, we could just go to a courtroom?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was about to cut your mic.
We can go to the justice of peace.
Yeah.
The justice.
Listen, you can do the justice. You can do some amazing stuff. Like right now, I think the new normal is just to be creative. So think of something creative to do and just be making magic. It doesn't have to have everybody there, because I'm telling you, you're gonna realize you don't need them all there.
Well, we can use the FloWay show.
Okay, now that's silly. That's silly. Now, unless you did it real big and use it as your audience, that and you film it.
Listen, you know what I told her? I said, because prior to this, we had like a guest list of like, we was thinking about the people we were gonna invite, and I have more people than her. Like I got like 100 and something people on my own.
Give it a rest. This ain't no competition.
It's not that. My great grandmother had 22 kids.
No, he really got a big family.
No, me too. I'm one of 10
it's like if I invite my cousin
You're right.
Lauren,
I get it.
I gotta invite my cousin Kira and Kelly.
No, let me tell you something.
Let
me tell you something.
No, he want to invite Kiki and them, and
listen. You don't have to invite them. You want to invite them.
Tell them.
Those are two different things. And people right now, more than ever, to save money, it's like how this whole thing is working in our favor. The pandemic is the best excuse to not have to invite them.
That's what I tell her.
I'm telling you, it's amazing right now. Like, you can do something so amazing to find somebody with a dope backyard, decorated like ain't nobody's business, take some of the most amazing pictures. We'll submit them to some outlets. I'm telling you, it'll be amazing. And you invite all those people to have a private link to watch it. and they'll feel just as special. You send them a viewing box where you give them popcorn that, you know, that's like maybe some flavored popcorn, the color of your wedding, in a box. It's a viewing box, and they get to watch it with a special link as a family. And then that's you tell them to send their pictures of how they decided to celebrate it. They can get dressed up looking at it. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be it's a simple thing that can save you a whole lot of money.
I think we have a new business for you, my brother.
Excuse me, sir.
You're welcome.
What's your price?
You're welcome.
Major's wedding planning.
Listen.
Specialist.
There's a way to do it.
But, listen, that's exactly what I was telling her. I was like, she's like, you know, everybody gotta wear a mask, and maybe we should kind of just try to wait for this thing to slow down a little bit. And I'm just like, it's a lot of money.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure she said that earlier on in the pandemic.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was gonna last this long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you don't know what this new normal is not going to allow too many big gatherings anymore. Atlanta's getting embarrassed left and right, just acting a fool with their public event. I was out there filming, and I said, "Can you cover up?" I said, "Cover yourself." They looked at me like I was crazy.
Say it in Cat Williams' voice.
I can't talk. I can't talk like that. Listen, y'all,
look like
this was fun.
300.
Yeah. Listen, I told them, I said, listen, y'all need to cover up. And they're looking at me, the only one with the mask, like I'm the weirdo. I'm like, okay, now I said, no, y'all need to cover up. Because this is silly.
Listen, my boy, right? My boy Earl hit me because he's from New York too. I'm originally from New York. And, you know, we do concerts and parties and all that good stuff. And of course, since the pandemic, it's been slow motion. He hits me and he's like, Atlanta was on fire. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get some money together. And, you know, he's putting some stuff together in Atlanta. So I texted him. I'm like, will COVID laws be enforced? Because I know people are doing, like, you know, some places people are doing safe events.
What are your protocols?
I'm like, with COVID, you know, because I got, you know, people that support me. I don't want to send people into the jungle. So I'm like, you know, what is the COVID laws? Let's talk the particulars, you know, because driving concerts, a lot of that stuff has been popping. So I'm like, let's talk the particulars before I even. He's like, Atlanta's wide open.
And they brag about it. They're like, come on here.
I'm like, wide open?
I ain't never known anything wide open was a good attribute.
You like
anything
Atlanta
described as wide open is not something you want.
No disrespect to Atlanta people out in Georgia, Atlanta. I think the people in Atlanta is like, COVID can't touch me.
Some of them, it's too many of them. Some of them are like that, but I'm like, listen, y'all need to take this serious.
COVID can't touch me. I'm too big for COVID. Odell Beckham said something like that when he was sick a couple of weeks ago, and the man was like, hey, you know, they asked him in an interview or something, do you think, you know, you may have COVID or whatever, you may want to get tested? And he was like, COVID don't want none of this body.
Well, I that's a champion mentality. You know, you want to look at it. You know, cancer doesn't have me; I have it. You know, like I get it. That's a good mindset. But let me tell you something. COVID ain't to be played with. There are people dying, young and old, and no matter what, I'm taking it very seriously. Don't come over here with your COVID. Rona, stay from way here. Stay from around here.
Get out, y'all.
Rona.
Go on yonder.
Go on from here now. Listen.
Get. You know, you get in trouble, get a spanking. You better get.
You better get. Now.
You better go on.
You once. But listen, man, this is great. I gotta get going, but I thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you, King.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Man. A lot of laughs. Thank you for spreading good energy You know, anyone out there that may be, you know, people are going through it right now. Some people feel like failures. People feel down and out. If you watched any of this, I hope something that Major said tonight has stuck with you in your mind and in your heart. And if you missed any of this conversation, it will be available on IGTV right after the live. It'll be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at midnight. Dove's Cry is out now.
I've seen doves cry. Hey.
That's the way.
I can't wait till a street dude be like, yo, that doves, man. Like, that doves cry, yo. That's it. That's it. That's
that right there? That right there?
That right there. I'm like, yo, doves cry. I see doves cry.
That's the ultimate confirmation for you.
Yeah.
You like, yo, listen, I need Auntie Patti.
Right.
And I need a street dude to come up to me.
A street dude to up front. Now I know I'm good. I don't need to hear from nobody else.
No. You don't need no other conversations. No other messages. Oh, man. Blessings to you, King.
God bless you.
You and your wife. You know, beautiful, beautiful marriage pictures. I'm definitely going to try to outdo those.
I think you can. Listen.
I was like, oh, look at his bow tie.
Oh, I think you can. Shout out to well-groomed men. Like, you actually should go to their page. You would love their work. It's. I mean, did you see me? But I think y'all are gonna have an epic wedding. Congrats on the baby to come. I think that's absolutely. Has the baby been born?
I like that.
No. See, no.
There's another baby.
Hold on. No, because
Look,
hold on.
another one.
You speak
Another
things
one.
into existence. Excuse me. You speak things into existence. My shop is closed. We closed. We ain't wide open like Atlanta. We closed.
Until y'all have until y'all jump that room, it's closed.
We don't believe in DJ Khaled another one right now.
You're gonna have. I think you're gonna have 2 more.